Hey there, folks. How's things? It's Mr. Boy 93, and welcome to this episode where I am gonna talk about channel plans I don't know, as of December. To be honest, I don't know what day is, to be honest. But to say though, there should now be no weeklies. I am done doing GT7 weeklies. As much as I kind of wanted to do them, but I didn't realize how much of a bothersome they are at the end of the day. So from now on, I'm not doing any more weeklies. And the reason why is because of I want to pursue more innovation than not pursue less. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is that there are going to be more tryouts than ever before. Hopefully. I can't guarantee. Sometimes it might be just another episode of the Let's Play I'm currently doing, which in this case is probably another episode of Borderlands. Like I should have done another episode of Borderlands, but I didn't. Apologies, but to say that's what is going on and stuff for this channel as of December here and onwards. So yeah, so for now on I'm going to be doing 3 episodes. The first episode's going to be the tryouts, then a Let's Play, and then either a Let's Play or tryouts on that third one. It could be either or. Or in bonus case, I could do a 4th one doing both. So who knows? Depends on how motivation I am about doing this at the end. After all, this is kind of just more of a hobby to me of doing. And you know, I just wanted to learn at the end of the day. Like learn how to edit, learn how to record and stuff, learn how to what to say within the recordings and stuff. That's basically what was my biggest goal when it comes to like making these at the end of the day. I didn't really have a really objective to get there and get done at the end of the day. If I did, I something did, and I'm happy in that case. But you know, and then while I having fun and stuff, which is what the weeklies kind of just wasn't anymore. I will be honest. The weeklies just wasn't really a fun thing to really do at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, I either done that event before, or it's just something stupid. In this case. But yeah, speaking of weeklies, I'm not sure if they lied or not. I'm not really sure in this case, but there's not 3 special events within this new set of weeklies, I will say. This new and improved weeklies that they said they were doing, there's not 3 new events per week. There's only still just 1. And when I say 1, I mean a magic, 1 lap magic. 1 lap magic, which basically is something from Gran Turismo 4, where you drive a generation of cars, which in this case it's the Corvette. You drive the new Corvette C10, which is crap, to be honest, through a set of the other Corvettes, which is coming down from C1 to C8. Yeah, they skipped C9. I'm not sure what they skipped C9, but to say though, it's not bad. It's not good either, because you only get 60 grand one time. Let me repeat that. You get 60 grand one time. So the only reason you're going to be doing that is just for technically the tickets, and that's really it. So yeah, another event just kind of just down the drain, because they don't want to fork out a freaking arm and leg worth of cash prize for just doing something fun at the end of the day. So yeah, at the end of the day, the weeklies, I'll be honest, kind of weaker and crap now. That's probably might be the other reason why I'm banning the weeklies at the end of the day, I will say. And then the other plans I have to mention is the GT7 showcase, which yeah, I'm gonna be much thorough about that, considering there's like 8 cars and just say there's like 20 plus engine swaps too on top of it, and I'm gonna be a bit more thorough as in I'm gonna check each of the engine swaps, see how fun each of them are at the end of the day, and rate depending on that. I will show a 1 lap for each of them to say a thing about them at the end of the day, but that's about it. And then also figure out what's kind of best for these new cars at the end of the day and such, considering you're already seeing one instance of an engine swap here, which is the Suzuki carry truck. You can now stick the bike motor in that, the 2+4 motor in it, in other words. So yeah, you can stick the little bike motor in it, which is really good. I'm gonna say it fixes a big problem that I had with the Suzuki truck, because it can't hit 155 with the base motor. So with that bike motor in mind, that helps the Suzuki Carry being a 155. Which, by the way, welcome to technically one of the new series in the future here, which is the 155 miles per hour tryouts. I won't be doing this just yet until I do 10 cars of the previous tryouts, but until then, here's a demonstration of what cars are going to be chosen for this next roster here. Okay, so you got which I basically put Super K cars versus Grade 4 cars. See how well this works at the end of it, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest though, the AI's not that great with the K cars at the end of it. Considering the Honda Beat, that thing is, I don't know why it's in the back, it just is. At the end of it. I'm not sure what to say about that. But we also got other fun contenders, because I said the regular Jimny XC couldn't do well with its regular motor either, so I have to replace that with the Suzuki Swift motor. I mean, it's okay for this track case. I will say other track case, the AI acts up with that thing. So don't root for those two, as the saying goes. But yeah, that's the other thing I haven't planned for the next tryouts is something like this. The 155 Cup Racers, because yeah, I think 155 is considered Cup racing, so there you go, basically, as the thing goes. Now to recap on the GT7 showcase, I'm probably going to be doing maybe 3 episodes dedicated to that entirely. One showing the first half of the cars, which is basically the low of lows. The second part is going to be dedicated to the higher up ones, the ones that you should basically just drive, to be honest, because those are kind of like the best fun ones you can drive. And then lastly, the engine swaps, which I'm going to be rating those from low to high. So you're going to be seeing those as the 3rd episode from here on out this week. Or not this week, but the next week, because this week I'm just trying to recoup myself right now. I guess taking a week off, in other words, so I hope people don't mind that. You know, because sometimes you kind of need to recuperate yourself, you know, replan just to make sure, you know, your plan's sticking to the goals. Which in terms of, I don't know, lately, to be honest, like, kind of do apologize in advance for not having an episode present there during the week and stuff. It's just how it's gonna be sometimes. Sometimes it's gonna be there, sometimes it's gonna be not. But hopefully, with the weekies gone, hopefully it restructures itself so where I'm guaranteed to have it on this day no matter what. I will say this day loosely because I'm probably going to be on and off on the day off. Like, day off, I'm not going to do anything. Day on, I'm going to have it there. So, basically, probably the next day here, I'm probably going to make another episode for probably Borderlands for now. And then probably make the tryouts afterwards. And then maybe a showcase after that one. That's what I'm thinking so far. The showcase could appear earlier, but I can't guarantee that. But yeah, and stuff. So I guess that's technically all to mention I can think of to mention for now. I guess enjoy this big old teaser of the Cup racing. I'm still gonna be talking. Mostly just gonna be talking about the cars at this point because I don't know what else very much to mention. I'm trying to think. My brain's such a scramble of an ass sometimes, so you know, not always fun dealing with. My brain's very forgetful. It's like really bad. It's very bad on the whole memory noggin part, and I had a lot of bad experience when it came to that. But this memorization does not make me thing. But yeah, here's basically the contenders for the 155 miles per hour tryouts. Because yeah, in terms of grade 4s, I tried to opt away from the all-wheel drives because I know those things are broken as hell. When it comes to grade 4 cars, you want to know the most broken ones? It's usually the all-wheel drive ones. Usually those ones. Because, I mean, they're all-wheel drive. But you think they're going to go for in terms of performance. For God's sakes. And then, so yeah, so for candidates, I did MRs, FFs, and FRs for the grade 4s for now. And hopefully not technically the highest ones, but I gotta admit that Viper one is a bit of a high one. Maybe I might replace that with something else. Or not, I'm not sure. For the most part. And then for K cars, I had to get a little loosey-goosey about this because some K cars did not hit 155 because they're in this carry truck, so I had to put the engine swap for that one. The Jimny XC is the same case, but the M1RS, which, by the way, you can put a bike motor in that now, which is sick as heck to do. Instead of putting a dang Civic in it, because that would ruin it. So yeah, you can put the bike motor in the M1RS, have fun with that too. You could also, there's also the Cappuccino, the Copens that you've seen earlier. But yeah, the Copen RJ, oh boy, get to talk about that vision car. One of the weirdest vision cars and probably one of the slowest vision cars, period, but it is a K car, so technically. It's just a K car made in mind for cup racing, which is technically not bad. It's actually, matter of fact, that's the sole car that led to the whole cup racing thing. Well, except for the Grade 4s. The Grade 4s, they were always, they do have a cup race kind of performance, I will say. Because they're on the Audi TT Cup car, which, that might be the car I might replace the Viper. I don't know. Maybe or maybe not, I'm not sure. But I was thinking in terms of Grade 4s, do the lower ones and do the higher ups. So, eventually. For now. But for the K cars, it's going to be the K cars first, then the micro cars, and then the pedestrian cars. And such. Or certain pedestrian cars, like the Silvia K, I can think of. So it's a fun ones like that. Oh yeah, I should probably mention the circuit that I'm currently on, because yeah, this is a brand new circuit that was just released for the GT7 Spec 3 update, which is the Yas Marina circuit, which is something. It's not bad. I don't like the jerk corner at the end though, but everything else is just kind of fine at the end of the day. And then the I'm gonna butcher the crap out of his name on this one because I'm trying to get used to this Canada track at the end of the day, which is Gilles Villeneuve. I hope I said that right. Villas, that's not a bad track either. That's pretty straightforward, fun, interesting formula, I gotta say, for a track. Because it's not only like it's a big old circle, but it has like a lot of chicanes, a lot of turns you have to bank on. I will mention that it also has a bit of a jerk corners too on top of it. When it comes to that track, because yeah, it feels like you're gonna drive smooth throughout the turn there. No, it's gonna knee jerk you hard on one of the turns. Case it's like, oh, it turns out you need to be a bit more slower than you should be. Like this corner here. This corner is a Z corner. This is not a chicane. That's a Z corner for sure. But yeah, but overall, these circuits not bad. They're pretty good. Although I gotta say, for Yas Marina circuit, there must be a lot of money in mind when it came to paying for this, when it came to making this, you know, attraction of a track at the end. Because good God, there's lights everywhere. You got the rainbow colored building. You know, that building I believe is famous too over there. Then there's like a roller coaster in the background stuff. It's very interesting regards. But yeah, speaking of Gals circuit, I'm just gonna call it Gals for now until I know the pronunciation. I need to go check the pronunciation on that one. But to say though, Gals does have one stubborn event, of course, which I say stubborn mostly. It's just a magnitude of just getting there at the end of the day. They got Super Formula 1, so yeah, you'll be seeing that sometime soon, which yeah, and stuff. So overall, that's technically what I wanted to mention. But yeah, enjoyed basically the rest of this teaser of the cup racing at the end of the day and such. Because yeah, I only just want to show a teaser, I don't want to show the in-game just yet. Even though these cars are not, you know, tuned to the ultimate game, they're tuned at most of the game. Because I do have plans to do AI battles too in the future, when that comes back around. Because yeah, AI battles will be the other thing in the future as well, and stuff. But yeah, AI battles, they'll probably be the third option as always when it comes to that. So you either see the AI battles that week or you see it the next week, you know. So, most likely probably, you know, in a row. Because yeah, basically when I say AI battles, I mean a battle between these AIs here, see which one gets to the second place at the highest. First place is definitely coming to me, for sure. That's anything else. But I want to see how well these contenders hold up at the end of the day. So that AI battle is going to be consist of 50 minutes of a race. That is going to be 3 races based around the tryouts. So the balance, speed, and turning at the end of it. Just to see who tops out who at the end there, just to see how much of a difference it's going to be within the points. I will say no matter what, there's probably going to be that instant case, like example the Dodge Viper here, probably going to be the top no matter what to say, but it always makes you wonder who's going to be the in-between on down. That's where it gets curious. So yeah, I'm going to be picking cars based off of that. But until then, folks, I'll see you guys all next time. You guys take care, though. Because, yeah, that's all I have to mention to say about this little short vlog. So until then, people, I'll see you guys all next time. You guys take care, and ciao. See you for the next tryouts.